Hello, welcome to Yoga with Danielle. I hope everyone's doing well. And today we're going to get started right away in Child's Pose. So just bring your big toes together, knees out nice and wide, and then gently just start to fold over your hips, extending your spine out light, nice and long. And right away start to settle into your breath. Taking nice big deep inhales in through your nose and big exhales out through your mouth. Inhaling in through your nose. Big exhale out through your mouth. One more, inhaling in. Big exhale out through your mouth. And then slowly start to seal your lips. Practicing breathing in and out through your nose as best you can. On your next inhale, gently slide forward into tabletop. And walk your knees underneath your hips here. And gently just start to move in and out of cat and cow. Just at your own pace, following your breath. And then slowly coming into neutral spine. Okay, tucking your toes under if that feels comfortable, or you can always point your toes back behind you. Slowly walk your hands in towards your knees and shins. Coming up to standing on your knees and shins, reach your arms up over your head, press your hips forward, lift your chest up towards the sky. Take a nice big deep inhale here. Exhaling, slowly start to fold forward, coming into child's pose for just a moment. Gently shift forward, again tucking your toes under and making your way into your first downward facing dog. Okay, and pedal your feet out here in your downward dog. Okay, we're gonna move through that half sun salutation just 2 more times. Okay, pausing here, take a few deep breaths. Good, gently lower down onto your knees, okay? And then before we get into that half sun A, start to move again in cat and cow, okay? And again, really focusing on the shoulders this time, so we start to catch up our shoulders and our chest with our hips and the backs of our legs as they open up here. Okay, shifting back into child's pose. Gently coming up to standing on your knees and shins, pressing your hips forward, lifting your chest up towards the sky, arms reach up over your head. Exhaling, bowing down, again, child's pose. Shifting forward, toes tucked under, downward facing dog. Good, this time shake your head yes, shake your head no. If it feels good, you can even drop one ear to one shoulder, keep grounding into your hands, and then switching the other ear to the other shoulder. Good, head back in line with your spine. Child's pose. Inhaling, reaching your arms up over your head, hips press forward, chest lifts up towards the sky. Again, exhaling, bowing down, child's pose. Shifting forward, downward facing dog. Good, and then finding a little bit of stillness here in your downward facing dog. Lifting your heels up, gently bending your knees, stepping, walking to the top of your mat, coming into your first standing forward fold. Hanging on to opposite elbows. You can even interlace your hands behind your back if you'd like, reaching your arms up over your head for a little chest expansion. Again, whatever feels good for you here. Really taking the time to listen to your body. Releasing your arms down, slowly rolling up to come all the way up to standing. Take your time, let your head be the last thing that arrives, and then slowly reach your arms up over your head. And exhaling, hands at your heart center. Closing your eyes. Again, sealing in your practice by pressing your palms together firmly. Moving with gratitude, moving with patience, moving with your breath. Take a nice big deep inhale in through your nose. Big exhale out through your mouth. Blink your eyes open. Inhaling, arms reach up over your head. Exhaling, folding forward, forward fold. Inhaling, lengthen up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. From here, let's step our right leg back behind us. Nice long lunge as you step back. Okay, then you walk your hands so they're underneath your shoulders and sink your hips down, lift your chest up. Breathe here. And slowly lower your back knee down onto the mat. Walking your hands up your left quad, okay? And then press down into your hands to lift your spine up. And then sink just a little bit deeper, okay? And then you can stay here the whole time, or if you want to add on, we're going to add a couple extra little side stretches here, okay? So left forearm down on your left leg. Right arm's going to reach up by your ear. And then gently press down to lift up and over to the left. So again, we get this nice big side stretch all the way from the right hip, maybe even from the right knee to the hip, all the way up through the side. Good. And then coming on up, we're bringing this right hand right by in line with the right hip. Okay, so you're gonna reach out a little bit here so you can kind of lean into your fingertips. And then left arm's gonna reach up and over again by your ear. Try to avoid dropping your shoulders down. You wanna keep your shoulders square to the top of your mat. Nice big side stretch, okay? And then we're gonna go back to the other side. So you can take that same variation with your left forearm down, or you can bring your left hand to the outside of your left hip and then bring this right arm up and over. So this is a little bit of a deeper side bend stretch here. So again, you can always come back to the forearm on your leg, or again, reaching your hand, again, in line with your left hip. Okay, good. Inhaling, come on up. Okay, let's take a break from that back knee, okay? Hands lower down. We'll tuck these right toes under, and then lifting your hips up nice and high, coming into a wide leg pyramid pose. Okay, and you can always ground your back heel if that feels more stable for you, or you can keep your heel lifted. And let's take about 5 deep breaths here. Okay, good. Last breath. We'll start to bend into this left leg. Okay, walk your hands forward, reach forward to step forward, standing forward fold. Inhaling, lengthen up halfway. Exhaling, fold forward. This time, left leg is going to step back. And again, nice, slow, soft landing as you reach your left toes back towards the back of your mat. And then sink your hips down, roll your chest, lift your heart forward. Think about your sternum moving through your shoulders, out through the wall, the window. Good, and then now back knee softens, left knee lowers down, and then crawl your hands up your right leg, okay? And then press down to lift up, sink down into your hips, okay? Nice healthy sink, so we get a nice big stretch to that left hip flexor. Good, okay, and then right forearm down, left arm reaches up and over to the right, nice big side bend. Good, and again, remembering, what you did on the first side, and you can practice that on the second side if you stayed with your hands just on your quad. Stay there, breathe. It's a really great deep stretch, either variation that you take, okay? Now, left hand's gonna go in line with the left hip, reaching out just a little bit, and again, keep your shoulders square to the top of your mat as you reach your right arm up and over. And again, getting that nice big side stretch. And then again, moving back over towards the right side, right forearm can be on top of your quad, or right fingertips will reach in line with your right hip, left arm up and over, and again, keep your shoulders as best you can square to the top of your mat. And again, feeling this nice big stretch here from your left hip through the side body. Okay, good, and then lowering your hands down, tucking those left toes under, lifting your hips up towards the sky, coming into that wide leg pyramid pose. And again, drop your head, make it nice and heavy. This time we're going to bend into the right knee. We're going to ground our hands and make our way into our downward facing dog. On your next inhale, take your time, gently shift forward to come into plank pose. Okay, any adjustments you need to make by walking your hands forward or your feet back. And then grounding again into your hands, into your feet. Feel your navel lift up towards your spine. Exhaling, slowly lower all the way down onto your mat. Again, take your time, hands under your forehead, gently bend your knees, and then little window wipers, just shifting your hips from right to left. Okay, straightening your legs back out onto your mat. Bringing your hands under your shoulders, roll your shoulders, lift your chest and your heart, coming into baby cobra. Good, lift your fingertips or hands up off the mat. Hands back under your forehead, rest. This time we're gonna lift our legs up off the mat, okay? So you can have your legs together or as wide as your mat or somewhere in between is totally fine, but we're just gonna lift our legs up, just hovering them up off the mat. Let your head be heavy, and then slowly lower your legs back down. Good. Baby cobra again, hands under your shoulders. Roll your shoulder tips up, press down to lift up. If it feels okay, you can float your legs or you can just keep them down on your mat. See if you can float your hands. Take a nice big deep inhale here. Exhale, slowly release, hands under the forehead for a little break. Okay, one more time, just like that. Hands under your shoulders. Roll them up, lift up. Legs will float, hands will float. Keeping your focus down towards the mat. Feel length. Feel like you're getting longer rather than a banana shape. Get long, long, long. Exhaling, hands under your forehead, release. Okay, right knee. Okay, so we're going to bring our right leg to the outside of our mat. Okay, so we're just bringing our right leg just up to the outer edge of the right mat, threading the needle, left arm under the right, and then right arm's going to reach all the way back behind you, coming into twisted frog, and then now a twist here. And then, of course, whatever space you have, arms can go out into a T position. You can bring your left hand on your knee, right arm up over your head, whatever variation, it does not matter. It's just whatever feels good to you here. Okay, so just twisting it out here. Take a nice big deep inhale here. Exhaling, gently release, coming back to your abdominals. Okay, so gently just roll back onto the mat. Extend your right leg back out to meet your left. Okay, and then now left knee comes to the outer edge of your mat. Threading the needle. Again, this is twisted frog. So here's your frog position. Right arm under the left, and then reaching those left fingertips towards the left as you let your hips go with you. So your knee will probably lift up off the mat. Good, and finding a nice soft breath here. Slowly making your way back onto your abdominals again. Okay, so take your time coming back the way that you came. Stretching your legs out, hands under your forehead. You can even do little window wipers here if you want to again, or shifting your hips from right to left. Making your way into child's pose. Okay, looking forward, interlacing your hands, shift your weight into your forearms. Walk your elbows underneath your shoulders to narrow out a little bit, okay? And then we're gonna come into dolphin pose. Or you can always, again, come back into downward facing dog, okay? So tucking your toes under, lifting your hips up towards the sky. And again, your head won't be touching the mat. Make sure you're pressing down into your forearms to lift your head and your chest and your hips up towards the sky. Good, staying for about 3 more deep breaths here in dolphin. Great work. Slowly lower down onto your knees. Okay, and then placing your hands right underneath your shoulders, okay? And we're just gonna kind of add a little bit of everything together, okay? So still in tabletop here, let's go ahead and extend our right leg out to the right. Okay, toes will face forward as best as they can. And then again, your left knee is gonna be directly under your left hip. Okay, and again, staying in this tabletop, so nice long spine, okay? Left hand grounds down, right arm reaches up towards the sky, so spiraling open. You can even reach these right fingertips back behind you to really open up. Good, and then switching, right hand down, left arm up towards the sky, twisting and revolving. And again, you might not be able to go as deep here, but just feel that wing expansion through your chest, groundedness through your right heel, your right toes, and then lowering back down, and we'll switch legs right away. So right knee bends in, left leg reaches directly out to the left, so everything's in line with each other. Right knee still stacked right underneath the right hip. So right hand down, left arm up towards the sky, twisting open here, and again, let your wingspan open up. Exhaling, lowering down, switching left hand down, right arm up towards the sky. Good, and then exhaling, lowering your hands down. Okay, bringing that left knee back underneath you, and then we'll gently just sit back in a comfortable seated position. Okay. Good, sitting up nice and tall. Good, and let's just come back into those little half sun A's with our arms. Inhaling, arms up over your head. Exhaling, hands at your heart center. Inhaling, reaching your arms up. Exhaling, hands through your heart center. Last one, inhaling, arms reach up over your head. Exhaling, hands at your heart center. Closing your eyes. From here, exhaling, slowly start to bow forward, forward fold. Inhaling, slowly come on up, switch the cross of your legs. Inhaling, arms up over your head. Exhaling, hands at your heart center. Connect your breath to your movement. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhaling, hands through your heart center. Last one, inhale, arms reach up over your head. Exhaling, hands through your heart center. Again, closing your eyes, connecting with your breath, folding forward, forward fold. Inhaling, slowly coming right on up, gathering your knees together. We'll make our way onto our backs. Okay. Hugging your knees into your chest, gently just rocking from side to side. Okay, good. Let's place our feet down onto our mat. Let's cross our right ankle up and over our left knee, and then interlacing your hands around your left hamstring for a figure four glute stretch. Soften your shoulders. Feel the length of your spine. And also feel free to move around a little bit here, so you don't have to stay totally square. If it feels better, to kind of rock back and forth, definitely rock back and forth. You can even lean a little bit over to the left for a little bit deeper stretch. And again, this is like small micro movement. You may not even notice that you're leaning over to the left. Okay, a little bit goes a long way here for these glute stretches. Okay, and then slowly release, and then we'll make our way to the other side. Left ankle over your right knee, figure four glute stretch, interlacing your hands around your right hamstring, softening your shoulders. Okay, good. And then gently just releasing your legs down. And then go ahead and stretch your legs out onto your mat. Arms up over your head. Give yourself a nice big stretch here. Inhaling in. Exhaling, gather your knees into your chest. One last little hug here. And then slowly making your way into Shavasana. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Gently shifting your head from side to side. When you're ready, stretching your arms up over your head. Give yourself a nice big stretch. Knees into your chest. Rolling onto your side. Coming on up to a seated position. Pressing your palms together firmly. And just for a moment, be in gratitude for your practice. Be in gratitude for your breath. And remembering that the breath is the one thing that connects all living beings. So take a nice big deep inhale in through your nose. Big exhale out through your mouth. Thumbs up to your third eye center. Namaste. Bye everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. We'll see you on the mat next week. Bye.